I actually took a part-time job in marketing, and then I really noticed the synergies with marketing and user experience. They really are. I mean, neither marketing or user experience will agree, but I believe they're really the same thing. And that's what I was saying about marketing earlier, is that it's about there is a bit of level of testing. There's a lot of like what works for this company doesn't work for that. And it's so funny in the industries, they kind of have got different ethos because user experience is all about that. Whereas there's a lot of people in the marketing world say, this is the way it is and this is the way it goes. Yes, there's some degree of truth in that, but you've still got to test it out and you've still got to see whether it's the truth. So when I worked as a part-time marketing person, I learned about StoryBrand, read through the book, started applying it to some of our clients, and oh my God, we're getting amazing results. And I'm just like, I love this. And so, yeah, became a certified story brand guide. Sorry, tongue twister there. And yeah, haven't looked back. Absolutely love it. And I'd love helping other women like myself. I think it's a real struggle. I mean, not just for women, I think for everyone today. As soon as you have children, life becomes a little bit of a pressure cooker. There's always housework that needs to be done. There's always work that needs to be done in your business or in your job. There's always school sports events or medical emergencies. Even if you're not a solo parent, even if you're married, it's really, really hard. So for me, it became a real passion to help people have successful businesses. And that's why the online course area really, really interests me, because I've seen people making great money with very little effort. I mean, there's a lot of effort up front, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of work producing the course and getting those people into it, but then that can start to pay off year on year, that work that they did up front. And that is so appealing as a parent, to just be able to go on holiday and still have some money come in, be self-employed and still have that money come in. So yeah, that's where my passion really sparked. It's like a combination of so many different factors that have brought me to this point. Yeah.
I just love that. It's really the truth that you don't, I think, wake up one day and think, I've got the perfect business idea. It is this journey that we go on as humans through different careers, different ideas, meeting different people, learning about new things like the story brand process, and it's kind of then just happens a little bit. I just feel like it's so awesome, and it just always blows my mind that people get to where they are from that experience. It is never, I know a lot of people hold themselves back because they just go, I'm just waiting for the right idea. And I'm like, no, it's the culmination of all of the little steps,
Yeah.
and it changes, like I was just I did another podcast recording this morning, and we were talking about over 6 years she's had essentially 3 different brands, and it's like you'd never get to the end one first. You have to go through that process of learning about yourself, upskilling, all of those things. So I just love that journey of actually getting
Right.
here and finding your passion. It's so cool.
Completely. Do you know what that journey is called? The hero's
Is
journey.
it like the hero's journey? Oh my God.
But I think we're constantly going around and around and around in it. And hence
Yeah.
why it's like, like really we are. We're constantly transforming. There's
Yeah.
no beginning and end as such, but we're constantly transforming as people. We're constantly growing and we're constantly, yeah. And ideas come to you at the right time. So
Mhm.
as long as you're moving forward, you're doing the right thing.
Oh my God. It's so funny. You've just hit a nerve. I always record these podcasts, and it's always what I need to hear in the moment. And I'm going through a bit of a business transition at the moment. And that you just saying that around evolving and, the next thing and the hero's journey and the constantly learning, and always like, oh my God, everything's okay. I'm doing what I should be doing.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And
Oh,
if you're not doing the right thing, I think you'll constantly know that you're not doing the right thing. You'll
yes.
constantly have these moments going, yeah, I'm meant for something else. I'm meant for something else. But that's part of the journey as well, right? Like that's part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think sometimes we think that decisions will be easy and that, we'll know the next right step to take. And sometimes we fall over a little bit, and that's okay. We just get up and try something else.
Well, in the user experience world, failures were the best learning ever, especially if
Yeah.
we fail like early on. It was about failing fast. That's why we'd prototype. That's why we'd build things cheaply, because
Mhm.
we're trying to test and find out whether that's going to work or if it's not going to work. What you don't want to do is like put all your eggs in one basket, and really, I mean, sometimes we have to, but I think there is a certain points like if it's going to cost you your life savings and it's going to cost you this, then maybe is there another way we can test it out first? I'm all about testing. Life's
Yeah, I
about
love
testing. Marketing is about testing.
it's so true. And it's so funny because as a sales and marketing person, I know that. I know that intrinsically. But for some reason, when it comes to business ownership, I'm like, I should know all the right answers and do all the right things, But I think if we could apply that same model of failure, testing, learning, constantly evolving and cutting ourselves a little slack, I think that would be a nice thing we could do for ourselves as
Oh,
business owners.
completely. I'm lucky my daughters go to such a great school because they really install that whole. And I
Mm.
think, God, I wish I'd have learnt that even as a little kid at school, that we embrace failure, right? We embrace failure
Yeah.
because we learn from failure. Failure is the biggest teacher in the whole world. Like it really is.